Hello,
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Aaliyah. Yeah, I couldn't hear you very well.
Really? Okay, I will change my volume. Wait for a second.
Okay.
Until now, you can hear me well?
Oh, that's better. That's better. That's better.
Really?
Thank you
Okay.
very much. Yeah, I also tried to adjust your no, the volume here, so it's better. Thank you for making a way. I believe you are Aaliyah. Is that right?
Elia.
Aaliyah. Okay. So did I pronounce your name correctly?
Yes?
Okay. All right. Well, nice meeting you, Aaliyah. So, what
Mm-hmm.
would you like to talk about for today?
Okay. I chose the topic breaking bad habits for me new ones.
From new one. Oh, okay. Breaking bad habits. All right then.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. All right. Okay. So, Aaliyah,
Mm-hmm.
I have a question regarding that.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you choose this topic?
Mm, um, just it's interesting. Uh, and yeah, that's all. It's interesting. When I read this topic, yeah,
Hmm?
it was interesting. And other topics, actually, I didn't read. Um, yeah, I
Oh, it's
didn't read.
okay.
So that's
Hmm.
why. Hmm.
It's all right. Yeah, all right then. I guess it is also an interesting topic. So I agree. I agree.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So here, hmm
Hmm.
well, they mention here that sometimes it's really hard to break bad habits, right, Leah?
Hmm. Yes.
Yes. How about you? Have you ever tried breaking a certain bad habit of yours? Or is there any?
Yeah, I have many bad habits. So I try to um, stop or quit my habits, but it was not easy. Yeah, but I try to keep in mind and then yeah change it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay. I agree. It it isn't easy to break a bad habit. If you don't mind me asking, Elia, what is that bad habit that you've tried to change before?
But I have a question. Do you think
Oh, sure, sure, sure.
it is about bad habits? I mean, this article. I think um, I don't think this article is not related to bad habits. I don't know
It's
why the
not
top.
related. What?
Yeah, I guess. I just it's my opinion because the topic
Mm-hmm.
is I know breaking bad habits, but maybe you already read this article, right?
Yeah, I did.
Or do you think it about? Do you think it is about breaking bad habits, or what bad habits uh, the writer mentioned?
Okay, all right. Well, as you can see, there are tons of questions. I mean, tons of examples, right,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
regarding that. So the first one that the writer mentioned is about about like making it through and making it through the intersection before the light turns red. Sometimes that is that is a habit that we couldn't really remove. Say for example, if you have your own car and if you are always in a hurry, if you tend to leave your house 30 minutes or maybe just a few minutes before your work if you are working like that, and sometimes we simply try to try not to follow the rules, simple rules that the government is asking us. So this is a good example. And yes, I can say that it is consider a bad habit because when you're used to that kind of habit already, you don't really care if you may see a police car near you or you are already approaching one or anything like that. You don't really care because all you are used to that kind of habit already. You just need to make it through the intersection before the light turns red. So it is considered. Yeah. But how about you, Elia? I want to know your reason. Why did you say that it isn't about bad habits? What made you
I
say
mean,
that?
the writer didn't focus on a bad habit. So yeah, it would be bad habit if we drive and then we there is an intersection and the yeah right is changed, yeah, to, what is that? Yeah, green to yellow light. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
at that time we just accelerate or just try to brake. Yeah, stop
The
our
rule.
car. Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
it. So if we just accelerate it, then it is not a good habit. But I mean, the writer didn't focus on yeah the bad habits. She just to try to explain uh, within uh, to change our action. We have to focus on how fast we change our mind. So if we don't change our mind within 200 milliseconds, then we can't because uh, the original uh, the original thought is going on the way. That's why that writer explained. So just I just thought it she that writer tried to explain to change our mind. If there are external stimuli, there are external stimuli, then if we want to change our mind, yeah, try to change our mind within yeah 2 million seconds, and then it is not only adjust to our I mean just to, physical action, it is also applied to our thought or goal. So the last part from after middle part, uh, the writer tried to explain how we not be uh, attempt how can I say tempted by yeah some external stimuli, like for example what exemption bar and what was it? Smoking or yeah, those things. So
Like drinking,
yeah,
right?
drinking
The last one.
alcoholic. Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
alcoholic. Yeah, well, that's right.
Okay, yeah. Well, yes. Well, in that case, the writer explained how we normally change. It's the brain activity, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the brain activity. And like you mentioned earlier, the question that I asked were in if you tried already breaking a bad habit, then you said you did, but it's so hard. Well,
Mm-hmm.
that is an example, an exact example, wherein the writer focused on giving some typical examples like this. The last one, let's get the drinking, like being an alcoholic,
Mm-hmm.
right? Well, when you pass by to that bar or pub that you used to hang out with friends, and then when you when you could say or divert your attention to a different one, well, you are actually trying to break that habit of yours.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, that's how the writer wants to convey, okay, or to to explain or to let you know how can you easily change a certain plan a certain plan that could lead to continuing that habit, that bad habit. It's something like that, Elia. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's like that. So, say for example, in your case, you mentioned earlier. Let's get that example that you have given me. You said it's really difficult. Well, if you can change your mind in just millisecond, something like that, then you are trying to change that habit, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you are trying to. Well, I will give you my experience. When I was no, no, no. Is it? It's. I guess until now, it's like if I tend to think to save money, but I am into like spending every cent of my salary like that. And I've been trying, I've been telling myself, but sometimes I couldn't because it's really difficult. It's like when you try to save, you will simply get it back. Just you may say that, oh, it's okay, I can save on or I can save after this month like that. But when you can can divert that idea to something really good, then you are changing that habit. Well, you will try to, in my case, I can try to save more like that. Okay? Is is that clear?
Mm, no, I'm
Elia?
sorry, I didn't get the point.
Oh, okay. So let me try to simplify. It's like um, biting. It's like biting your bread, and you are on a diet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. Try to change the color so that you can see. Yeah, it's like biting your bread, but you are thinking that you want to go on a diet starting today, but
Mm-hmm.
you're trying to resist that. So it's how you it's how you decide right away not to bite that bread, to at least proceed to that plan of yours on going on a diet. It's something like that. Yeah. Is it okay now? Did you get it?
No, no, I can get what you are trying to talking. I'm sorry. What's your
Oh.
point? What do you want to say?
Oh, it's because you are telling that the
Uh-huh.
writer the
Uh-huh.
writer didn't point out the topic itself. We're in breaking a bad habit,
Uh-huh.
right?
Uh-huh.
Because how do I say that? In a very simple word, when you can stand to that decision that you wanted to change that habit, then you can, right? If you can change it right away,
Mm-hmm.
in just a snap of your finger like that, just a
Mm-hmm.
millisecond like that, then
Mm-hmm.
if you try to stick to that decision, then you can break that habit. It's something like that. It's
Mm-hmm.
how the writer wants to tell us. Since the writer gave tons of examples here,
Mm-hmm.
right? When you can change with that that decision of yours with a snap of your finger, then
Mm-hmm.
you can and try to stick with that
Mm-hmm.
rather than rather than thinking to or making
Mm-hmm.
excuses to continue that habit. it's
Mm-hmm.
it's something like that. Is it okay?
Yeah, now I can understand you. But
Yes.
I mean, in the beginning, actually, he was trying to say that if we want to change our mind, just within 200 milliseconds, we have to change. But the last part of paragraph, he is trying to say it is not related to our action. I mean, moving our body in the in the beginning of this article, he was talking about, yeah, changing our mind, or so we have to react to a certain um, external
Stimuli.
stimuli.
Mhm. Mhm.
Hmm.
Mhm.
But
Okay.
but the the last part of paragraph,
Mhm.
yeah, like
Mhm.
alcoholic.
Mhm.
So because of external stimuli, he want to drink. But so I think at first he tried to stick to his plan. I mean,
Mhm.
not to drink, but
Mhm.
because of our stimuli, he wanted to change his mind. So maybe it would be within 200 milliseconds. But the writer um, focused that um, if uh, do not decide something right
Mhm.
away. So we
Mhm.
need some time not to behave improperly. So I get the point of writer, but hmm, I mean, in the beginning, he told us we have to if we want to change our mind, we have to decide quickly. But
Mhm.
in the last part, he
Mhm.
said to if we want to stick to our if we want to behave
Mhm.
properly,
Behave.
like
Mhm.
not to drink, then
Mhm.
we need more time to think properly. So I thought two things are against each other. No.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. Yeah, that point. All right. So let me try to clarify that, okay? It's
Okay.
like the first one that you mentioned is that when you try to, if you can change or divert that plan or your idea that you would like to do or continue that bad habit, right? The writer mentioned that if you can change it in just some seconds or what, then you can. But in this case, the writer also the writer is trying to say that when you can change that decision in just a snap of your finger in seconds, then the second step is that you can stick with it. If you try to maintain the first the first decision and then try to stick with that, then continue, since that is a process.
So
Okay.
we can change it. We have to stay with it.
Yes. So, say for example, if you change to break that habit, when you tried to think that I will change that, I will not do it in seconds, and then when you that's the first step. Then when you try to stick with that plan, when you try to stick with that plan, then
Mm-hmm.
you can break that bad habit. And of course, that step doesn't end there. There are more steps wherein you try to continue that cycle
Mm-hmm.
within a given period of, let's say, months, days, like that. But they said if you really want to break that habit, you can continue that for 2 months, then you will see a great result that
Mm-hmm.
you will break that habit.
Mm-hmm.
Is it clear,
Okay.
Elia?
Yeah, yeah, okay. I
Is
got
that
it.
clear?
Yes.
Okay.
And I
Okay. Great, great.
the time is not yeah, we don't have enough time, but I have one
Oh, yeah,
question.
yeah,
Is it okay?
yeah. Oh my God. Oh, sure, sure, sure. Go, go,
Okay.
go. Mm-hmm.
So maybe we have to be able to starting from it. It's maybe fifth paragraph.
Mm-hmm.
Did you
Okay.
find it? We have to able to interpret any new information that we get in the context in which we are in. Did you find that paragraph?
Yes, I got it. I got it.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
why we are in which we are in, why in is needed in this sentence?
We have to be able to interpret any new information that we get in the context in which we're in. So, are you referring to the in the word we are in?
Yeah, we are in
Yeah,
that part.
yeah, we are in. That means you are in that kind of situation. You are currently experiencing that. You are currently doing something.
But
Yeah.
in front of we are in
Mhm.
which in is already used, but uh, it
Mhm.
has to be repeated again.
Oh,
No.
in this case, it's possible. It is. It is. This this preposition in is necessary to connect the thought in here. And that the word in here after this these words we are or were is also saying that we are in that current situation, and that is necessary for this paragraph to give you the exact meaning of it. So it is necessary. Yeah, that
Okay.
preposition in there is necessary. It's not being redundant like that. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Mhm.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, time is up, so I can't, yeah, hold you
Oh, yeah.
anymore.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Well, thank you for today, Elia. I hope I answered your questions.
Okay.
And yeah, so enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.